Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. My name is Robin Fritz. Today we're going to be doing something very special and very different. We're going to participate in a healing of the soul of America. For those of you who are United States citizens, this will be helping to heal your country's soul. And for those of you who are not citizens, you are invited to join in the healing of the soul of a sister country. And if you put your country's name in the comments in a significant event for your country, I promise we will conduct healings for your country in upcoming episodes. But here's why we're doing a healing of the soul of America today. Obviously, we've seen strife in the United States over its history, but particularly this year, okay? And setting politics aside, there are two things that happened literally this week, within the last few days, coincidences, if you will, that made me think that coincidences can be catalysts for change, okay? So, two things happened. One, on the weekend, I had a chat with a very dear friend, good morning, thank you for joining me. On the weekend, I had a conversation with a dear friend who moved back to the South a few years ago and is a very powerful intuitive and healer. And we were discussing what she learned as the trauma of the Civil War being stuck in the DNA of the people of the South of America, the Southern United States. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? And she'd been conducting mass healings for people who literally had ancestral ties connecting them to the Civil War in the United States, which ended 152 years ago. So there are several things that we can do about that. We can do past life regressions with those individuals who are interested in that, going back into previous lifetimes and healing those fears and trauma. We can also do a soul progression clearing, which is a technique I do that involves intuitive insight, helping people identify the block that is within them, whether a fear of trauma, PTSD, and helping to remove that block and then filling them back up with healthy, positive energy. But the idea of an entire region of the United States suffering from literally PTSD and the strife that we're currently seeing in this country really made me feel very sad. And I hope you will join me in feeling sad about that as well. Thank you for joining me wherever you're coming in from today. So we cannot help each of those people individually because each of us is responsible for our own soul growth. And unless we reach out and ask for help, it's really difficult to offer that. But here's the thing, the soul of America has asked for help. And excuse me to not realize that I had my phone going. So here's the situation. If you have a trauma stuck in your body, you need a way to remove that trauma. The other coincidence that occurred was the solar eclipse yesterday over the entire country. And wasn't that fascinating, really, to see the eclipse start in Lincoln City, Oregon, and go over Salem, Oregon, which is the area that I grew up in. And really, sorry about this. Hang on a second. Oh, sorry. Talk about live video, okay? And I forgot to turn off my phone. So here's the second coincidence, and that's a good laugh on me, right? So here's the second coincidence. The solar eclipse yesterday that started in my old stomping grounds and went clear across the United States. The last time a total solar eclipse went over the entire United States and no other country was the year 1776 when our country was founded. Okay, so that just kind of makes you pause and think. Okay, so wonderful coincidence that helped us stop and think. And for a whole day, everybody was having fun, enjoying the eclipse together. But again, it reminded me of this idea that I had of healing the soul of America. So, what does that mean actually when you're looking at it? And how can we heal the soul of America? So, our nation needs us as citizens. The world needs us, every one of us, citizens of every country, to come together and offer love and peace and healing to the entire world. And the Om Times community is a very special place. It's a community of believers, of people who care about what they're doing in the world. And it's about love and connection. So let me tell you about the soul of a country. Everything has a soul. I know this from my work working with weather and land systems, with trees and space clearings of homes and businesses. Your home has a soul, your business has a soul. And anything that we think of with regularity, I know, isn't that amazing, Barbara? I was like, oh my gosh, this is something to think about. So anything that we think about with intensity over a period of time becomes a thought form. So a nation is a thought form. The United States is a thought form. And for the most part, we consider it a very positive thought form. It's a beautiful country, and we have many, many people who love our country and are coming together in peace and connection. But everything that has a soul, then every thought form has a soul, and everything that has a soul is alive and has consciousness and responsibility and a job to do and a choice to do the job, and of course an attitude, and every soul is responsible for itself. But we can offer peace and love and healing to another soul, and that soul can use that energy that we're offering them, freely offering with no strings attached, to continue their healing on their own. So we're not shoving energy at something that is unwanted. We're simply today going to conduct a healing of our own bodies, and then using that healing and energy that we free up to offer it to our country's soul so that it can continue to do its work of supporting us. So we're going to replace fear with love, and see how we feel afterwards. So hang in there. So we're going to be working with my crystal Fallon, the citrine Lemurian quartz, and we're going to do a healing, moving through our own bodies and seeing how we can offer that energy to the soul of America. So just a quick back up here. We always know that choosing love over fear is the correct path. It's sometimes difficult to do that because we're working to handle our daily lives and the things that go on, just like my unsolicited phone call here. So if we dip into Fallon's energy, I want you to simply focus on helping America and the soul of America release fear and concern from itself. We'll invite the fear to leave, replace it with love, and as you experience the clearing in your own body, imagine that the country is experiencing it with you. So if you take a deep breath, and you can focus here on my crystal Fallon, I want you to take your attention to the top of your head, and as you breathe down your face, I just want you to feel grounded and connected, okay? So I'm the practical, intuitive, mind, body, spirit for the real world. So imagine mind, body, and spirit connecting more deeply into you. And as you breathe in all healthy, positive energy. And as you exhale, release what doesn't serve you. And as you breathe down your body, I just want you to note very dispassionately that you're also feeling the soul of America. And you may feel a region or a place, or I imagine how a blockage somewhere in this country, in the soul of America, a fear, a hesitation. Imagine that you can feel that block that needs healing. So take a deep breath and start at the top of your head. Breathe down your face. your neck, your throat chakra, your shoulders, your heart, your solar plexus, your root chakra, down your knees and your feet, top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And as you do that, just imagine that you're feeling any sort of a block, something holding back the soul of America. And now as you breathe up from the bottom of your feet, imagine this gold light that is Fallon, citrine Lemurian quartz, moving up not just outside your body, but spreading across the country like the eclipse yesterday, from the west coast of the United States, across the heartland to the east coast, and north and south, east and west. Imagine that gold light filling you up, clearing out the darkness and bringing light back, and health and goodwill and peace and contentment and release of fear. So breathe up from your feet, past your knees, your hips, your chest, your shoulders, your throat chakra, the communication, your face, your third eye, and your crown chakra, wide open. So we're feeling that, and feel where there's maybe stuck energy in your body, and we all have a little bit of that every day, just our cares and concerns. And just imagine that you're releasing that stuck energy. And with this gold light of Fallon, that you're just filling yourself up with healthy, positive energy. And imagine that gold light going straight to your heart, flooding your heart with love and warmth and connection. And with each beat of your heart, it spreads through your entire body. Okay? And as it spreads through your body, it's pushing out blockages, it's pushing out little aches and pains, and it's filling you up with healthy, positive energy, and just you're feeling glorious and content and connected. Connected to each other here at Om Times Magazine and across the country. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Yasmin. Now pause for a moment and just imagine that you're clear, that this little brief meditation has helped clear you. And now imagine that we can expand that clearing feeling to our country, to allow the United States of America to release its fear, to heal its soul, to come together in peace and contentment. And as you do that, let me just say, we offer this healing to the soul of America for peace, for strength, for connection of all of its citizens to grow and love together, to carry that love to every inch of our country. We offer America love, acceptance, pride of citizenship. And we ask each country of the world that is joining us here to offer peace and love and contentment and healing to the soul of America. And with that, spreading love and contentment around the world. So how are you feeling? A little overwhelmed, or feeling how amazing it is for all of us together to join in this? So understand again that offering this healing and offering a healing to anyone or to anything, it's up to them to accept it. And the reason this popped into my head again were the two coincidences. My friend telling me about stuck trauma in citizens of the South, and the solar eclipse that only occurred like this in 1776 when our nation was founded. It's time for us to come together in love and peace and connection. And we thank Om Times for offering us this place to gather together. And as you continue to feel this energy flowing through you, just let it expand, just like the fun yesterday and the awe and contentment and the excitement of people experiencing the eclipse. So Barbara, you feel energized. Awesome. take that into the world, because each one of us is important. We each have a job to do in the world, and hopefully this clearing will help you energize your own ideas and own thoughts and feelings about where you're going next in the work that you have to do and in the work of growing your soul. So as you let that energy flow through you, Rita, she's holding a glass ball and saying she can help all of us to rid our anger. Oh, you're off your rocker. Rita, that is so awesome. I'm so glad you shared that. And again, you're all quite aware that your intuition works in different ways: seeing, hearing, feeling, and knowing. So Rita is very obviously strongly clairvoyant. So thank you for sharing that. It is awesome. I appreciate that. So last week in my accidentally deleted Facebook video, which I hopefully got fixed this week, we talked about a crystal of the week, Priscilla Bluestone, and I want to bring that crystal back in because Priscilla Bluestone is a very, very strong crystal, and it's very appropriate for the work here today in healing the soul of America and starting this process of bringing us all together on an energetic basis, which we're very capable of doing, and joining with all life. So Priscilla Bluestone is actually the stone in this. Oh, Barbara, so what are you doing, taking your message on the road? What does that mean? What is your message? And while Barbara's, if she can type that in there, watch this. Needleoff, watch this. Watch me try to stop my answering machine in the middle of my Facebook Live broadcast. But if you can see this stone here, Priscilla Bluestone, it's the foundation stone of Wales. The Priscilla Bluestone comes from the Priscilla Hills in Wales, and it's where they carved the rocks that became the foundation stone of Stonehenge. So Priscilla, you are welcome, and the energy is partly yours in joining in with the meditation today. April, thanks for joining us from California. So Priscilla Bluestone is an extremely powerful crystal or stone or rock. It provides clarity of insight, so great for us today. It's grounding and protective. It facilitates powerful shifts. So the shifts in people and the shifts in the planet, and hopefully the goodwill that was started again yesterday throughout the country with the solar eclipse. And Priscilla Bluestone will also help you speak the truth clearly and see clearly. So it's a very good stone to put in your crystal collection if you can find it. It can be difficult to find as a healthy stone, and because the Priscilla mine is closed, it's hard to find. I actually found a jeweler in Wales who had these stones, and she made this necklace specifically for me, so I really appreciate that. Pocahontas, is that Arizona? Arkansas? I guess I need to brush up on my state. What do you call those? Whatever they are. Arkansas. Anyway, so we're kind of relaxed here today. Oh gosh, hang on a second. I am literally going to stuff this in. That's what you get for getting your phone fixed. So here's the thing. I appreciate you joining me today, and I want to tell you about some things that I have coming up here. And again, I apologize. It's live video. Remember how they did Arkansas. Thanks, Rebecca. That was my second guess. So here's the thing. I have 16 webinars up at the Learn It Live platform. So if you go to experts.omtimes.com/Robin Fritz, and that's ROBYNFRITZ, you'll find a number of webinars that I have up. Tomorrow, I am doing a webinar on animal communication. I did a free webinar last week, which gave tips and techniques for tuning into your animals, preparing for tomorrow's webinar at 4 p.m. Pacific time, where we're going to chat with each person's animal as a group, and then I will also tap in with your animal, and then you will first share with us what you got from your animals. So at the end of that webinar, I hope you'll be able to connect more deeply with your animal family. So Barbara, you have 3 large peace signs, travel across America lobbying for peace. That is awesome. Washington, D.C. Barbara, contact me privately on Facebook and I'll set you up with my friend in Washington. April, you gave 2 blue stones, maybe lapis, that's awesome. Rose quartz is also a powerful stone for love and for healing. Actually, I prefer it to amethyst, so that was a really, really great idea, April. Amethyst tends to be a very soft stone and it shatters easily with heavy healing work, which is why I use aurolite, which is a form of amethyst with heavy grounding minerals in it. So please join me tomorrow, August 23rd, at the Om Times Experts page, experts.omtimes.com/RobinFritz. For the animal communication webinar. And then Thursday, I'm doing a past life regression webinar. I'm going to talk about the various techniques of past life regression, intuitive techniques, shamanic modalities, and hypnotherapy, soul regression hypnotherapy, the pros and cons of each. And we will be conducting a real brief but very powerful past life regression so you can experience it, and it'll be very safe and fun because we're going to be tapping a past life skill that you can use in this life. So believe me, you'll have a great time with that. And the first 5 people that contact me for tickets will get a specific discount that was on the webinars. Tomorrow's webinar is $30. The past life regression webinar is $50. The first 5 people who contact me will get a discount on those webinars if you attend live. I really need people attending live so that we can monitor how they're doing in the past life regression and in the animal communication work. But I also have other webinars coming up in September on how to be your best self, working and healing with crystals. That'll be a fun day. And how to resolve grief and connect with your dead. In upcoming weeks and months, I have them scheduled out through December. Really fun ones like what really is going on in the multiverse, what it is and what different beings are and where they live. And all the way towards space clearing and clearing ourselves and clearing our spaces. So thanks for joining me today. Code Pink. Yes, send a private message to me, Barbara. So I want to thank everyone for joining me and for putting up with my revised phone answering system. Obviously need to redo that. And please, if you like these videos, please help us keep going by liking the Om Times page. I would appreciate likes on my business page, The Practical Intuitive, Robin M. Fritz. And I do intuitive and spiritual consulting, and I'm a certified past life regression specialist. So if you go to my website, robinfritz.com, ROBYNFRITZ.com, you can find my services: animal communication, mediumship, personal and business intuition, space clearing, past life and between life regression, and soul progression clearing and energy healing. And everything is geared towards helping you tap your own intuitive and healing abilities. So as we end today, want to check in. Anybody feeling slightly off balance, let me know right now. But if you do, understand that this is part of the healing process that we conducted, this powerful healing that we sent out through the country. And to get yourself grounded back into your bodies, if you have a piece of quartz around you, black tourmaline, columbite is my favorite. But even if you just have sea salt, just put some sea salt around you and take a deep breath and let that get grounded and let the energies move through you. And drink a lot of water today because you participated in a great healing session. So as we end, let's do a healing with a goddess, and this will also help ground you back in. So this goddess taught me this healing technique, and it works multidimensionally, so it will certainly help ground in the energies of this healing that we did today. So notice that the palms of your hands are really a good source of energy coming into and going out of your body. So cross your hands on your heart. Breathe into the palms of your hands. And as you breathe in, just allow the energy of the universe to join with you, to flow into your palms of your hands, and then breathe into your palms, and then hold them out, and allow this healing energy to go wherever it wishes to, wherever it wants to, on this planet or elsewhere. No judgment, no expectations, just letting it go where it needs to go. It's sentient. Knows exactly what it needs to do. And then put your hands back on your heart. We're going to ground you really solidly back into your body. Breathe that healing energy into your palms. And then breathe it, blow that energy again into your palms. And then put it back on your heart. And feel yourself getting grounded and balanced again. So thank you for joining me today, for joining in this healing, for putting up with the little accidents of live video. And I hope you join me again next week. Thank you. Again, a reminder, the first 5 people who contact me for passes for my webinars on animal communication tomorrow and on past life regression on Thursday, please do so that I can get you the proper codes to sign up. experts.omtimes.com/Robin Fritz. Peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you for joining me today, and take it back out into the world. You're beautiful people. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.